Hey, this week on This is Gravel, Neil plays with his phone. We talk about Dirty Kanza coming up, Alison Tetrick on the show, social media, and
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles. Hey, welcome to This is Gravel. I'm Bobby Thompson. With me today is
Neil Taylor.
Neil Taylor. All right, Neil. What has been going on with you and cycling in the city of Emporia?
Well, a lot of preparation more than anything. Getting ready for this little race you might have heard of that comes up here in about a week and a half called Dirty Kanza. Little rides here and there around town. But also, right now, it's a lot of family time, too, because I take a lot of time away from them that week of Dirty Kanza. So, been spending some family time together.
Yeah, you get out and ride with your daughter?
Oh, yeah, get out ride with the daughter. Son's getting on 2 wheels at 4 years old, so he's got a little bit of a jump on his sister. And so
I saw him wearing the little Gravel City hat the other day.
Oh, yeah. No, he loves it. He tries to take it off my head all the time and wear it. So, riding with the kids a lot. Still training Timothy, the kid from our church, who's doing the 50. Me and him are actually going down into Greenwood County today, later on, to get some miles and get some hills for his legs so that he's ready for that.
That's very cool. Yeah. We have a lot of younger riders this year. I know there's a Boy Scout troop that's doing, shout out to the Boy Scout troop in Emporia who's doing 25 milers and 50 milers depending on their own choice. But a lot of young riders this year. So
yeah, a lot of them. Plus you got the high school race as well.
High school race going on.
I think some of those
you got high schoolers in the DK race, the DK 200 race too. DK 100 race.
Yeah. So it's a pretty wide group of younger kids, which will be great. I think it's a great atmosphere for them to be around, to see. And so hopefully, this will be just something I think that grows and grows moving forward. So Bobby, what have you been up to, man?
So I'm everything bikes right now. Obviously the family time, Carrie understands and lets me be gone a little bit more this time of year, especially with me working down at the bike shop too, Gravel City. So yeah, we're swamped. We're already seeing riders coming in. 2 weeks before the Dirty Kanza, we already have some riders coming in. Shout out to Chelsea and David. He's in town. So yeah, we already got some other riders coming in. They just took vacation, came in for 2 weeks, and they're out there riding the gravel. Luckily, the weather's holding up for them. I'm trying to get in training time. Definitely challenging to get in some longer rides, Last weekend we had rain. Yeah. Saturday and Sunday. Last weekend, not in 2 weekends, we had rain. Yes. So it was challenging to try to get in century rides over the weekend. You had to, pick the road that was the least bit of mud, slime, slop, and ride down that. So, so I've been doing a lot of that. It's been fun.
Yeah, it looks like things at the shop have been pretty crazy. And I was in there yesterday, and it seems like everything is all over the place. Things are going to change a lot for Dirty Kanza with folks coming in. But you mentioned, it is wild to see how many people are already coming into town, floating in.
Oh, the weekends,
yes.
Right? Even the last weekend, just people coming down from Kansas City, Topeka, Lawrence, Manhattan.
Yeah, all over coming out, getting a chance to get out here on the gravel. It's cool too watching Emporia kind of transform here over these weeks. Some of the the banners are going up, the stores are downtown getting their signs ready and everything. It's a great atmosphere. I really do love these 2 weeks before Dirty Kanza. It's so cool being here in Emporia.
Yeah, for if you haven't been here Dirty Kanza, or maybe it's even more important being here during this time because you don't understand how much the town truly transforms during the next week and a half. And to say Dirty Kanza, they market it as the premier gravel event. And really as an event, it really is, I'd say, one of the premier gravel events because of the way the entire town incorporates itself and changes itself for the nature of everyone coming in. It's amazing to see. So excited about next week. So next week, starting Tuesday, Wednesday, especially Wednesday. Wednesday is when everything kind of kicks off. We have the friends from Cantu are coming to town. They'll be down at the shop. We're going to go out on a little 20-mile Cantu ride at 6 p.m. And as far as I'm concerned, that's kind of the rollout, the kickoff for the week. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So be here as soon as you can get here next week. We'd love to have you in town. So
folks should be checking the schedules too. I know that there's a couple other group rides. I think too. I think
absolutely. That was just the kickoff.
Got one.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's going to be stuff all week. So
yeah,
if you're not getting down here early, you really, if you can get away, you should come down early because there's stuff going on all week. It's not just Saturday race day.
No. Follow as many local businesses as you can during the week. Follow Gravel City's page during the week. Follow my page, your page. Follow DK Promotions. Follow Gravel Guru during the week. We will get out the schedules as often and as quickly as we can for everything, because everybody wants to do everything next week, and so it's hectic, but it's fun, and there's something for everybody at all times. So so there you go. We love Emporia, right?
Absolutely.
And we love gravel. We did have Matt. Producer Matt had a chance to sit down with Alison today and talk about Alison Tetrick won last year. Yep. Dirty Kanza 200. She's coming back this year. Looking forward to it. Going to be a lot of excitement. Going to be a lot of heavy hitters coming to town this year. Yes. So Matt had a chance to sit down and talk with Alison.
Hey, Gravel Guru fans. We're lucky enough today to have Alison Tetrick join us from California. How are you doing, Alison?
I'm doing great. I don't postpone my ride for that many people, so I'm happy to be here talking to you guys.
Well, thanks for postponing the ride. We'll let you get to that here in a second, but you are the reigning queen of Kanza. What was last year's experience like for you? I know you were pretty new to gravel when you came into it.
Yeah, it was one of my first gravel races I had ever competed in. Of course, the distance is extremely long for me, and I hadn't had a lot of experience over 120 miles, actually. So it was a lot of firsts for me, but it was so awesome to meet a whole new community of the gravel world and to really push my body into new limits. And racing pro road for 8 years, kind of transitioning into the gravel has introduced me to new challenges and training and all sorts of just fun out there. So I'm really happy to be part of it.
Yeah, very cool. It's so cool seeing you kind of grow with the gravel last year while you were here. What were some of maybe the challenges? I think when we interviewed you after your win last year, you talked about never really having to use a GPS to navigate with out there, and 200 miles being your longest ride.
Yeah, using GPS, not having, a race caravan behind you, there's huge differences, obviously, from pro World Tour racing to gravel. But I love the fact that it's self-supported. You're out there really just relying on yourself and, making friends either with the other people out there racing or just like the crazy voices in your head.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool with that. A lot of people have the DK kind of be maybe a bucket list experience for them type deal. They come and race gravel maybe once or twice a year type deal. It seems that you might have caught more onto the gravel bug. You've been to quite a few events, Gravel Worlds, the Chino Grinder just out in Arizona. What has that been like for you?
I mean, DK is, of course, just the pinnacle gravel race, right? I mean, it is amazing, and I highly recommend anyone putting that on their bucket list because we can talk about it all you want, but just being there in that town in that specifically is so special that I pretty much can say I probably started drinking the Kool-Aid and try to sign up to every other gravel event I could find. So it's been really fun. I did get to go to Gravel Worlds, Rebecca's Private Idaho, did go to the Chino Gravel Grinder, which was amazing. You get a ride up and towards Sedona out there in the Chino Hills. It's just incredible the places you can ride on your gravel bike. And especially when they're a supported or a sanctioned event, because it's hard to get out there in the heat or, having somebody kind of at least make a course for you to create this adventure. It's awesome.
As you've done more events, I'm sure your kind of bike setup, your rig for the race days has evolved. What's kind of your current rig you're looking at this year, and what's your plan going forward with that?
Yeah, I've got a pretty sweet setup I'm excited about. I am very fortunate. I work with Specialized, so I have a whole team of product managers and engineers and awesome product that I get to race at DK this year. So I'm going to go with the Specialized Diverge this year, which is different than last year. And Roval CLX 32 wheels. Sticking with the SRAM Force 1x, running a core power meter, and I'm sticking with the the same PS tools, pump system from Lesign, and same pedal system from Speedplay. I ride scissor pedals. So a lot of it's going to be very similar. The difference, of course, being riding the Diverge with 700C wheels. And, it still has a shock system. It has the Future Shock and the headset. It's really great. I've done quite a bit of events on it now and just riding and training. I love the way it handles. It handles like a traditional road bike, which being a roadie, actually, I love the way it races. So I think the setup's going to be pretty stellar. Same thing for hydration that I've used last year will be the Camelback. That I used a Chase Vest and actually a prototype last year. So really stoked the Chase Vest is out. And I can use that again for my hydration needs. And, we all need a little chamois butter when we're out there, too. So that'll stay the same.
Very cool. We've seen the Chase Vest really taken off well here in the Midwest at a lot of the events we've been at in just the last couple of weeks since it's been released. How does coming back the second year, how do you think it'll differ for you? What do you think will maybe be easier? What will be tougher kind of coming into it?
I think it still is going to be hard regardless. It's a challenging day. Gravel is increasing in popularity, which is awesome to see. Companies continue to innovate and invest in this discipline of the sport. Of course, the competition is always going to get harder as the depth of the field increases. But, we all love a good bike race. And the thing is you have to go out there and race your own race. And there's so many things that can happen. Of course, I'll be running the same tubeless with orange sealed, and you're hoping for no flats, you're hoping for no mechanicals, a little lockout there, but really you have to race your own race. And if you spend time worrying about pressure or other people, then you're not enjoying the day. And I retired from pro road racing to have fun, so but at the end of the day, as long as I'm having fun and just kind of enjoying the day, and I'm pretty happy. I think one of the big differences is kind of knowing what I'm in for. Last year being completely unexpected to what I was going to have to go through or what it was going to feel like, and never really riding on true gravel before. Now I know it's going to be a really long day in the saddle, and we're all going to go a little crazy out there. And, it's kind of that impending doom that you're going to suffer, but that's why we do this, and we're all a little crazy, I think.
Well, thanks for joining us today and talking about this, Alison. Anything else you'd like to add about coming and riding gravel?
Oh, no, I'm just super stoked to return to Emporia, and I hope to see everybody out there. I know we have a lot of fun events around the race besides just the race itself, and just to remind people to, be kind and enjoy the day. It's kind of let go of that pressure and embrace the community. So I think it's just going to be a big party out there, and I'm excited to be there.
Cool. Well, thanks again for coming on the show, Alison.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome, Alison. Thanks for that. Last year's finish, pretty close, man. We had a few years ago in the mud year with Yuri and Michael finishing really close there at the end. And with the women's, it's...
DK is getting known for the sprint finishes, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All day long, you're out there grinding, and it still comes down to those sprint finishes.
207 miles, and it's determined by a sprint down
awesome.
Commercial.
It's awesome.
Unbelievable.
I sprint down Commercial against someone every year. It's at about 5 miles per hour because I'm exhausted, and it's more like 16 hours into the event. But it's still a sprint in my mind.
That's the way it should be, though. When you guys are coming down, those of you that are doing the 100, 200, even the 50, 25, enjoy it. Don't take off and feel like you got to go
give high fives
so
to the
fast.
kids. There's going to be so many kids with their hands out there. So just be prepared. Some of those kids give some pretty heavy high fives and it can knock you off the bike. So be prepared about that. They don't understand how boom, and at the end of the day, one little touch and you're over, right?
That was the highlight of honestly, the highlight of my ride last year is coming in 17 hours and the amount of kids that were just, up on the barriers, hanging over, just wanting to get a high five, not realizing probably what kind of grossness is on my hand at that point, but hey, they love the high fives. They love supporting the riders, and hey, give the love back to the kids.
Allison, we can't wait to see you this year coming back to town.
All right, so we're going to take it.
Matt. Look at him telling us what to do.
Have we done this before?
Have we never segued into something? Did you see me catch my breath? I was about ready to segue into the next section.
Hold on, let me get a good segue. Let's just get on Instagram now so it doesn't start.
So, last weekend of riding, last weekend of heavy riding was hopefully last weekend. Hopefully you're tapering down. Let's see where everybody rode this weekend. Can't wait to see you. Let's see some pictures. Good enough, Matt?
Hey, sorry guys, I just get so excited for social media time. Thank you to everybody that submitted social media using the hashtag #ThisIsGravel. First up, we've got this photo of Levi from the Almanzo 100 with some great friends and family. Mark was out on the dunes between Haarlem and The Hague in the Netherlands, about 52 miles. Vinny sent in this photo riding near New Waverly, Texas, getting her final big miles in, ready for the DK 200. Lee went out on the White Rim Trail, 101 miles near Moab, Utah, and says he absolutely recommends it. Seth was exploring the roads of Rocky Mountain National Park. Looks like there's a little snow left there at the top. Mark looks like he was carrying his bike down at Elrod Cirque in Winfield, Kansas. They were unfortunate with some rain last minute down there this year. Lori was down riding near Southland, Texas, a day and a half after a big storm, getting ready for the DK 100. Hope it dries out down there some for you, Lori, so you can keep on riding. Alex was also up at Almanzo. Super fast front group, he said. Greg visited 7 of these Black Hills fire towers. 400 miles of mountain fun this past week. Sounds like an awesome time. As always, make sure you're hashtagging your photos. This is Gravel so they can get featured here on the show. Thanks.
Awesome, guys. Thanks for those pictures. We appreciate producer Matt reminding us about them. Otherwise, we would have forgotten about all the awesome things you guys did. But we do like seeing where you're at. Again, remember, always, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Be tagging everything. This is Gravel. You can follow me, Minister of Gravel, or Bobby, the Casual Cyclist, on most of those formats, I would say. We're out there, but we do love seeing what you guys are doing, and keep them rolling in.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Shout out to World of Bikes. Yeah.
And the Ninja Turtles.
And Ninja Turtles. See ya.